going on? So I was going through all of this shit. Sorry, I'm trying to turn this down. I was going through all the shit that I have that I haven't shown off yet, and I was kind of just doing it by just sort of eye skimming my collection. And the C section of my collection is easily the biggest section of all the other letters. And I was going through this and realized that just in the C section alone, I had enough records that I hadn't shown to make a video. So all these records are from bands that start with the letter C. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do it for any reason other than I just realized that I had a lot, and they were all next to each other. Just pulled them out, and we're gonna do it. So one of these is something that I said that I had gotten both of the first two albums, the first presses, but the only presses of the albums, and I showed one of them. I showed Total Soul Rape, so you know now that this is the second album from Craft. This is Terror Propaganda, and this is easily my favorite Craft album. Yeah, I'm super lucky to own this in the first place. It's not in the best condition, but considering the price that I got this for, and considering what this usually goes for, I say I did pretty fucking good. So, yeah, the jacket is the only thing that looks like it hasn't been, I guess, taken the best care of. But the record is perfect. The poster is perfect. Malin, goddammit. But anyway, man, I'm just super fucking pleased to own this. Obviously, you guys all know Craft, Swedish black metal that basically harkens back to the early style of Norwegian black metal. And you can tell that even by looking at the album cover. It just looks like something like you could see this being an early Norwegian black metal album cover. I personally really love it. I love this album. Like I said, this is my favorite of the Craft albums, and yeah, I actually enjoy all four Craft albums. I went back and I listened to Void, and I formed an opinion about it that was quite positive. So it's not my favorite, but this is my favorite, and this is going to be hard to beat. And I know Craft having signed to Season of Mist, there should be more Craft stuff out soon. So looking forward to it. Yeah, really good stuff. Anyway, here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. Motherfucker. Really good. Not really anything to point out, I guess. This is AIDS Productions. This is the only press of this album. It does come with a poster that is usually right there. You can usually see the side of it, the way that I film these videos. It's just black vinyl. You guys have probably all seen this, because I know there are a couple dudes on here who do own this. This is not easy to get your hands on. It's quite elusive, and it's also quite expensive. So the guy gave me a bit of a deal because I bought both of them off of him. But yeah, really cool to own. Like I said, this does come with a poster. So this is the poster right here. I do have it framed. Really fucking cool, man. The poster is in perfect condition, and the record itself is in really nice condition as well. So yeah, really good. I'm not sure what more I could say about it. Like I said, it's just like old school second wave black metal. Good stuff. Check it out. Craft, Terror Propaganda. Next up, we're actually going to some like war metal stuff. But first, this is what we are playing in the background. This is the new album from Uada, UADA. Honestly, man, this is my current favorite album, full-length album of 2016. I have listened to this thing so many damn times. This works really well at work. I kind of just play this shit on repeat. It's so fucking good. And I don't know, man. Like, I just enjoy the album, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time listening to it. And then the guy's vocals will break into this, like, fucking proper, like, woo, howl. And it's just like, every time, man, it gets me. And I'm like, this album is number one. This is the best album that I've heard from this year. And, it's so fucking good. Also, this album probably has the most mixed reviews of any other album I've seen this year. I've seen people who completely hate this. And I've seen people like me and like Eric Bauer who say that this is the best album of the year. I see people who are indifferent to it. But, a lot of the gripe is the fact that people say it sounds a lot like Mgla. But I don't see that as being a bad thing. I see that as a compliment. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, at times it's got that black and roll sound. But again, that's awesome. I like that. And that is why, right now, that is my favorite album of the year. Also, this shirt. I got this from my boy Josh. He hooked me up with a couple shirts. And one of them is a long sleeve shirt. And being as it is summer outside, it is no fucking place to be wearing a long sleeve shirt. So for now, and for the next few months, I will be wearing this Nyogthaeblisz shirt because I love it to death and I love Josh to death. Okay, moving on. Like I said, we're going into some fucking like war metal territory, which is not really a genre that I talk too much about, if you even consider it a genre. This is Caveman Cult with Rituals of Savagery. So, if you guys are not familiar with Caveman Cult, it is a Miami, Florida-based sort of Black Death war metal band. And these dudes have not been around for very long. I mean, this was the Caveman Cult demo, and I think this came out either last year or the year before, I'm not certain. So this is the very first release on Larval Productions, which, I think is pretty cool. But also Larval Productions is putting out that three-way split between Tetragrammaton, Lords of Depression, what the fuck was the other band? Infernal Sacrament, that was the one. Larval Productions is putting out the LP version of that, which is going to be really nice. It's going to be a triple gatefold, which I think is going to be cool. And yeah, but this is the first one, and this is the Caveman Cult demo. And Caveman Cult did just put out an album this year, which was called Fuck. Keep having to get up and check stuff. This is the album that came out this year. It's called Savage War is Destiny. I actually prefer this over the demo, but anyway, the demo is great, fucking straight to the point, raw, stripped down fucking war metal. And this has actually been released on several formats. I think it was originally released on cassette, and then it was put on CD, and then it was put on vinyl, and then there was a CD re-release, and they've all been put out through different labels. So there's a lot of fuckery going on there, but really I don't care. It's just a great demo. So here's the front. Super simple. Here's the back with the three guys from the bands and track listing, stuff like that. This says Filthy Fucking Brutality, Larval Productions 0001. Really fucking cool. So I believe that this was limited to 300 copies, and all 300 are on this really cool sort of transparent red vinyl. There's one label, and there is the other one. Super nice. Yeah, just super nice all around. This does come with like a double-sided poster, but one side is not so much a poster, it's more like an info sheet, and I will take it out for you. But here's the poster itself. And I love this thing, man. Like, I usually don't like hanging up stuff if it's got shit on the back of it, like this one does, but this design is just really fucking cool. Like I said, I will show you the other side of it. That's the back. Just some information and stuff like that. Maybe it's lyrics. Yeah, that looks more like lyrics than anything else. But really cool stuff, man. And like I said, I'm really into this this demo, but the full length for me is where it's at for Caveman Cult. Larval Productions is also putting out the LP version of that, so be on the lookout. So there's not much more to say. It's stripped down fucking war metal, and anyone who likes war metal will like Caveman cult. Check it out. That's Rituals of Savagery. Alright, man, I've had this for fucking months and months and months, and I've just kept putting off talking about it. But that ends now. This is Cradle of Filth with Hammer of the Witches. This is one of my... This was on my list last year of the best albums of 2015. I adore this album. I don't remember where it was on the list, but I'm pretty sure it was at least top 10. But either way, man, this is a fantastic, fantastic return to form for Cradle of Filth. After years and years and years and years of putting out shit, Cradle of Filth really fucking honed in on the sound that made them popular in the first place. The sort of symphonic black metal. And I will say that this is a black metal album. They've really toned down the gothic shit. They've toned down the symphonic stuff, and everything about this is so fucking good. And I know I'll get shit for it, but I don't care. This album is so fucking good. And the first track on this thing, well, the first actual track, which is called Yours Immortally, I've said this before, the first riff in that song, right when the song really kicks in, that sounds, you could convince me that that is a Sargeist song. It is exactly the kind of shit that I like, and in terms of black metal, it's really, really, really good stuff. And I know a lot of people know Cradle of Filth for being what they've been over the past 20 years, but, you know, I don't know, man. I think that not listening to this is, I think you're doing yourself a disservice, because it's really, really a perfect album. I would say my favorite track on this thing is Yours Immortally. Then if not, then there's Onward Christian Soldiers, Blooding the Hounds of Hell. Yeah, Blackest Magic in Practice is a really good one. Deflowering the Maidenhead, Displeasuring the Goddess. Really, really cool. There's the back, by the way. I love the album cover. It's really, really nice. Much better than what they've been doing, man. Like, the album that came out before this was Manticore and Other Horrors, and I like that. I like a couple songs from that album, but it's not anything that I ever listened to. The one that came out before that in 2011, which was Darkly, Darkly Venus Aversa, is an absolute train wreck. I never fucking... There's one song on that album that I can stomach, and I never listened to it. But this is so damn good. There's the inside. Don't let the silly picture dissuade you, because I promise you this is a great album. This is a double LP, and I actually got this on a Nuclear Blast sale. So I got this for like $16, and it's a double LP picture disc with this super nice packaging. That was a steal. But these pictures on each of the inner sleeves are so fucking they're just really cool. Yeah, a little bit misogynistic, but what good metal isn't? So here's one side of the picture disc. I have no idea what side this is. Oh, well, actually it does say it right there. It says that's side D. There's side C. Really, really fucking cool. This picture actually is a little bit censored compared to the CD version, because in the CD version you can see fucking pussy. So what the hell, Nuclear Blast? And then you got lyrics on the other side of that. Here's another one of the other record. More lyrics, and the picture on this one is also really cool. And there's side B. So for $16, man, considering the packaging, this was an absolute steal. And I really, really genuinely love this album. And considering the stuff that Cradle of Filth has been doing since 2014, they re-released the demo, and I think it was just Total Fucking Darkness. And then now this year they've I guess re-released the second album, Dusk in Her Embrace. You know, Cradle of Filth has really been paying attention to what the people want, and you know, stuff like this just proves they still got it. So if you're not a complete moron, you'll do yourself a favor and you'll listen to this album, and I promise you will like it. This is a Again, still one of my favorite albums of last year. Check it out. It's Cradle of Filth with Hammer of the Witches. Alright, this is a band that I definitely have been slacking on because there's a lot here, and well, there's a lot. This band has done a lot, including splits with some pretty notable black metal projects. This is Circle of Ouroborus with Ultramarine. Yeah. Fuck. Someone told me what that meant, and I completely fucking forgot. Fuck. Anyway, this is like the 13th Circle of Ouroborus album, and it just shows you how much there actually is. And actually, no, this is the 14th Circle of Ouroborus album. These dudes have been around for like 12 years. When I say these dudes, I think everything is pretty much written by one guy. But, yeah, I don't know. So, this band, like I said, has done splits with a lot of notable bands, but the two main projects that this band has done splits with, for me, is Drowning the Light and Cosmic Church. I'm still missing the split with Cosmic Church, and I don't have the split with Drowning the Light. They're both pretty accessible, I just haven't gotten around to it. Side A is the black metal side of this album, with the sort of croaky, groany fucking vocals. And it's exceptional. It's exceptionally good. It's really fucking good stuff. Now, side B of this thing is entirely acoustic with just entirely clean vocals. And, you know, I don't know. It's just really, really cool. It's a nice way to break up the album, and it's a nice way to display the talent here. Just black vinyl. Nothing even exciting on the labels. So the dude who is in charge of the label that put this out, which is like Nyogthaeblisz, I don't know, is also the main guy behind this band. He goes by like Avatar or something like that. And Avatar himself has also played in a lot of notable fucking bands. Bands like Rahu and Venus Star and Cosmic Church. All sorts of, you know, really good modern black metal. So the dude himself, I don't feel like he gets quite enough credit because he does a lot and everything he does is really fucking good. Not much to say about this album. It's pretty straightforward, but it's really, really good. Check it out. Circle of Ouroborus with Ultramarine. Alright, finally, this is an EP that came out last year, I think. But these dudes have actually been around for quite a while. This is Chalice of Blood with Helig, which I think translates to Holy, Holy, Holy. Now this is, from what I understand, the first Chalice of Blood EP, which actually came out last year, which I'm not exactly sure what this band has done before this. But considering they've been around since 2005 and this is the first EP, I don't know. Maybe they just never released anything previously. But this is Swedish black metal, and it's very straightforward, stripped down, right to the point Swedish black metal. And there's only 5 tracks on this thing, and it's like 18 minutes long or something like that. So it's a really, really quick listen. You know, just a few minutes each side, and you got to flip it. But for the time that it's on, it's enjoyable. Damon Worship Productions. There's really not much to say about this, man. It's just very straightforward. It's very stripped down. It's very right to the point, bare bone fucking black metal. So, yeah, just black vinyl. Really, really not much to say, but it's good stuff nonetheless. I would recommend checking it out. I'm gonna just stop now, and you can listen to it if you want to. That's Chalice of Blood with Helig. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. I got a bunch of shit just laying around here now. I'm going to end this here, and we will do this again real soon. But thanks for sticking around if you did, and till next time.
Look at me, Damien.